Okay, so now that that's recording, we'll go ahead and let me share my screen. And actually, let's just do this. Share my screen and share. Of course, if I put my glasses on, it would work much better. All right, here we go. All right, I'm here now. I'm here. All right, so welcome. I'm glad we're all here. I want to just give a shout out to our services. Legendary Escrow, Landwood Title. I know they've been working so super hard on getting everything done for us. So I want to thank those of you who write in their names on their offers, who counter, who do what we need to do to keep our team together. I just want to say thank you so much because it means a lot to the company. And it means a lot to your transaction. It's nice having those people fighting for you as needed. So, Amelda, you want to just say hi to everyone?
Oh, hi.
Hello.
I have a few things. Melissa Duran will be in the office today, so for those who have made an appointment, I will be reaching out to you to confirm. Also, on Sky Slope, if you guys are splitting a deal with somebody, there is a section in Sky Slope where you can actually put your notes. We have noticed that sometimes you're not entering what percentages you guys will be splitting, so then we have to reach out. So if you guys can kindly do that in the notes section, if you're splitting a deal or if the person is just a TC, we would like that. And then also check your pendiflexes, they're getting a little heavy in there, so that's pretty much it.
Awesome. And hopefully you all heard what she said.
Yeah.
Because the Sky Slope thing is important when you're doing a transaction. I think it's in the commission section,
It's
right?
in the commission section.
In the commission section, if there's more than one agent getting paid on that, meaning in this office, if you're working with another agent, make sure both are listed because Melissa Powell goes in and as does Imelda, they go in to do your CDAs and we want to make sure they're accurate. So thank you. Good to know. And if you have any questions, reach out to Imelda. She's here to help, and I'm here to help. Okay, want to give a shout out here. Let me hit slideshow and B. Welcome, B. Okay, let me go back to here and go to here, and let's start and here. Okay, and as we're getting ready, actually Maria is going to be meeting with us very soon, but I just want to give a shout out. Our goal at this month was 31 listings. We're at 27, so we're really, really close. If you have a listing that you haven't gotten into Sky Slope yet, please get it into Sky Slope, or just go get us some more listings so we hit our goal. That's really important. But congratulations to SB, the Marks Group. Linda Kroll, Judy and Bob Allen, Angie Torrey, Debbie Bell, Patty Illingworth, Mark's Group again, Alonso Vasquez, Debbie, Judy and Bob, Ann Stark, Tom Hurd, Vicki Dawson, Deborah Farrell, Angie Torres, Linda Kroll, DeVerne, hello, George Lopez team, Abraham, Beverly, Lourdes, Tom, Abraham, Lourdes, and Debbie again. So lots of activity. It's about being out, being in front of the public, getting out there, getting those appointments. It can happen, and I'll do whatever I can to help you make it happen. On the sales side, we have we did a good job on the sales side. Look at that. Our goal was 32 transactions. We had 45. So although I'm not going to read everybody's name, everybody will have it in the handout. You're all doing an excellent job. I so appreciate you. Some of you are literally running with your tongues hanging out. And I appreciate that because I know how hard it is right now. One of the things I do want to cover before Maria pops on in about 10 minutes is we're in a nut market. You know that. Sellers have their way of doing things, buyers have their way of doing things. But what I want you to understand is because we have such limited inventory, one of the things that popped up over the last week, and I know we've talked about this before, but I just want to make sure I'm reminding you over and over again of certain things that you need to be aware of. And one of the things you should be asking at a listing appointment is to the seller, do you have somewhere to go? And if the answer is no, meaning they have to either buy another property or they're not sure what's going to happen, you need to talk to them about seller's purchase of replacement property. This is an important form. As you know, the sellers, they don't have a contingency to cancel an agreement. This is one of the only seller contingencies to allow them to back out of an escrow. So unless this is done at the time of the offer, and we're going to talk about this form in a minute, let's say the seller can't find a place to move, you're kind of in trouble because that can't be a contingency, and the buyer's going to want possession of that property. So if you, when you have the listing, talk to the seller. Is this something, maybe if it's a second home, it's irrelevant, right? But if this is the home that they're living in and they need to move to another property, make sure that's dealt with at the listing appointment. Then you're going to come back. You're also going to put it on the MLS in private remarks saying, this is contingent upon seller finding a replacement property. When that offer comes in, you're going to make sure you counter with this form. And it's a CAR Form SPRP. And it's very similar to the COP for a buyer. But it's for the seller. And obviously in paragraph 1A, and I don't know how well you can see this form, but basically it says the agreement's contingent on the seller entering into a contract to acquire replacement property. Sellers shall, within 17 days after acceptance, remove this contingency or cancel the agreement. So you got 17 days to find a property. Or if you look at 1B, it says seller has entered into a contract to acquire replacement property, escrow holder and escrow number. And you also select number C if you're selecting B. If checked, it's contingent on closing the replacement property. So that's kind of important. The seller needs to have that peace of mind. Time periods. What happens to the time periods? Well, in all honesty, I probably in this market would recommend that everything moves forward as if everything was moving forward. They should remain on the original contract, but maybe they're just not having maybe the sellers are just not having luck getting an offer accepted or finding the replacement property. Remember, if it's going to be contingent on the sale of this home, that could wreak havoc on making an offer on another property. So please remember Apex, because Apex is perfect for that. But going back to time periods, it could either start as indicated in the RPA, or if you check this box, or not, I'm sorry, time periods for the agreement for inspections, contingencies, et cetera, that commence from the date of acceptance shall begin the day after seller delivers to buyer a written notice removing the finding replacement property contingency. So in other words, no time periods will start until after seller removes this contingency, or if the box is checked, remain as specified in the agreement. Buyer's deposit, of course, it can either be held. Let me let somebody in here. There we go. It's going to be held, or if the box is checked, as specified in the agreement. So it would have to be done within the 3 days. And so this is a really important form. If you have any questions, let me know. And you know what? In this market, I've heard a couple comments from agents. They don't want to bother me, or they don't want to keep calling me. That's my job. That's what I do. And I want to be here to help you. It is a crazy market. If you're going in and taking a listing, or maybe you're making some offers, give me a call. Let's bat around some ideas, because it's a lot different than our normal market. Those of us who have been around a while, it's kind of crazy time. So please never hesitate to reach out to me. I'm always here to help you. Oops. Let's go back here. I also want to talk to you about buy side. And this is something else, the desert management, we get together every week and talk about different things that are going on in the valley. and how we can get better all the time. And one of them is buy side. And I know we talk about this all the time, but I really want you to understand how powerful this tool is. So you need to, there we go. When you have a prospective buyer, please go into buy side and get that buyer into the buy side database. And the reason is when you're at a listing presentation, it's really helpful to show how many buyers we have in our pipeline. So you might think, well, I don't care about that because I don't take listings. Well, you should, number one. But number two, how does it help your buyer? Well, you know, if we get more listings, your buyer's going to have more options. So either way, it's a win-win. I really want you to take a peek at that. I'll show you how to do it in a minute. But really from VAC, and I just put the instructions here, you're going to go from your dashboard, you're going to click on Add Buyer Now. Again, we don't see your buyer's information. We only see the parameters. So you can go in and check what your buyer is actually looking for. And then under the buyer details,
How do you play?
buy side alert you when a new coming soon listing is added that matches your buyer's criteria. And that's kind of important, right? If you've got a buyer, I mean, I know most of the, it's dog eat dog out there. They want to know the minute a listing hits the market. So doesn't it
What happened?
have a buyer?
Right behind us, very first chief. He said, I'm waiting on somebody. I said, okay.
One of our
He
agents.
said, he's going off at 7:15. We're going off at 7:07. So let's get it.
So any questions on the SPRP or the buy side?
So, and right
Yes, no?
away, yeah.
Is something?
Sounds like, it looks like Jesse's trying to talk.
All the time. You know, and
A little bit with my Bluetooth.
Yeah, I need her.
Just trying to get this in the.
Okay, so let's go back here. From the listing agents, as soon as you get a listing, come back to the office. And then you're gonna put it in as add a new listing and it's a coming soon. And so then that gets blasted out to all the company agents. And hey, let's give each other the first shot at it, right? Because doesn't that make sense? So let me go back and then one other thing I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how to add those in a second. But one other thing I want to show you is getting leads. And our whole system is designed to generate marketing leads for you. You know, buyer leads, seller leads, etc. But I'm not sure if you know that you can go into your profile in the VAC and select your lead areas. So if you haven't done that, you're going to go into the VAC, click on profile, scroll down to lead areas, and then you can go in and add all the zip code where you want leads. So it's kind of a very cool tool, and I'm going to go in real quick and show you, and I'll come back to that one right there. But let me come down here. Okay, so let me minimize this real quick. Oops. There we go. Okay, so let's look right here. First of all, buy side we talked about. If you click on buy side, right here is where you're going to click on add your buyer now. And it's super simple. You just click on it. You put in whatever the information your buyer is looking for, right? And you go in here, you click price point, bedrooms, bathrooms, when they want to purchase it. And then here's where you're going to click, I want to see alerts with the coming soons, alert to my client and me, or just do not alert me or my client. And I don't know why you would put that, but it's an option. So yeah, don't tell me if there's a good listing for my client, right? I don't know why. Anyway, so let's go back to the dashboard here, and that's how you add a buyer. And this is where you're going to add your listing. And you get a coming soon listing, you just click it here, and you're just going to start going through the prompts. And it's super simple, but the more we utilize the system, the better off we are as a whole, individually and as an office and as a company. So make sure you're taking advantage of these tools. The other thing I was telling you about is the leads. And so let me come over here and click on, oops, I gotta move.
You gotta hide Lance.
I gotta hide Lance, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna click on my profile. And if you scroll down, you'll see right here, lead areas. Do you see that? And then right to the right of it, I have some zip codes. And you can go in and you can add either by typing the zip code here, or if you click on browse, all the zip codes in everywhere is right here. And you can sort them by, numerical order if you choose to. So it's easier to go in and find the zip code you're looking for. But so that's how you add your leads there. Okay, any questions on that?
Now, if there's a lead, it'll notify them.
Yes, yes, and I didn't put it on this slide. Good question. If you get a lead, it's gonna, however your profile, let me go back up. Make sure you've checked, let's go here. Coming back over here, and you will tell it how you want to be notified. Oh, there's all your social media stuff, languages spoken. Dun, dun, dun. I know there's a place in here to do that. I'll have to find it. There was a place in here to do that. But you should get, with your phone number and email in there, here's the email, here's phone numbers. You will be notified either email or text that you have a lead. And I think I gave out the phone number of the lead. In fact, I can tell you what it is real quick. So if we go,
Does it go to everybody that signs up for the same zip code, and then it's whoever calls first?
it goes in a round table.
Okay.
And then it gives you so much time to respond. And if you don't respond, then it goes to the next person.
Yes, that is true.
That's
So
why it's important to check your BAC as well, because sometimes they'll let you know if there is a client that's looking for somebody around that area or a specific lead, and I'll show you on your dashboard when they're trying to communicate with you.
I'm not sure they heard, but here I've got, save the BHHS leads as a contact in your phone. So when you see it, you're going to know it's not a scam. It's actually an actual lead. Because sometimes we get these crazy leads that you think,
Or spam calls.
yeah, they're a spam call, or somebody trying to sell you something. But the phone number is 646-679-7896. I wonder why an agent is calling me during an office meeting. Okay, so I'm going to put it right here in the chat. Let me see here. Let's go back to here because I want to make sure you guys have this. Okay, where is, I'll put it in before the end. Again, it was area code 646-679-7896. Save it as BHHS leads, and then that way you won't miss your leads that are coming in. So those are kind of important.
Will you type in the zip code number?
I think so, yeah. Okay, so going back here, I know you guys have seen there's been some changes with Zillow. Zillow's doing all kinds of things right now. Here's a piece of advice, because we don't know how long Zillow is going to be promoting all agents, so to speak. So if you have Zillow reviews, my advice to you is go in and back them up. Make copies of them. Just have them backed up somewhere. Otherwise, if Zillow should ever take them down, you will have lost all your leads. So just a heads up. I don't want you to think, gosh, why didn't somebody warn me? we're warning you. So make sure if you've got Zillow leads, go back, copy them. You know what a lot of agents are doing, and I think this is a good thing. I've done it with agent testimonials. You should do it with client testimonials on your website. Just make a tab for testimonials. And then you can just copy all those Zillow reviews. You can put it into like a Word document or a PDF document, and then you just upload it right to your website. And now all your Zillow reviews right are on your website. So that's something, if you're not sure how to do that, let me know, let Chris Weeder know. But that's an important thing for you to do. Okay. Any questions on any of that so far? No, we're good. Okay, moving on. I want to talk about Apex. I know we haven't talked about that in a while. Wink, wink. Wink, wink. If you have not logged in, please do so now. It's really, you guys, this is changing. This is changing the business. I can't tell you how positive this has been for all agents in all 3 states. The testimonials that are coming in are phenomenal. But when you go to the VAC, let me show you, so there's no question, you're in the VAC here. All you have to do is click this link right here that says Apex. And this shows up and it tells you what everything is, right? And if you're not sure what to do, at least subscribe to the free one, right? So you're going to subscribe and you're going to sign in, and then you'll get information also on what you need to do to promote it. So you don't want to miss out. Again, for sellers, it's phenomenal. Whether they just need simple decluttering, some staging, or a total remodel, Apex can help them, and they'll get the biggest buck for, biggest return on their investment. As a buyer, I hear over and over, oh my goodness, my buyer keeps missing out because they have a house to sell. Well, put them in Apex. Let Apex buy that house and let them go pay cash, make a cash offer on their next one. It is helping buyers and sellers every single day. So please, I don't want you to miss out. Today, Mark Stark is going to be interviewing, again, Fred Bin. It's not what he's talked about in the past about Apex. It's new stuff and things that are coming up. So I really want you to be in the know. If you can't make Mark Stark live at 1:30 on Facebook today, please go back and watch the recording, because you can watch all the past recordings of everything that he's done. So that's really an important thing for you. Okay, I think Maria should be popping in any time now. Here's Fred Bin. He's the Apex. He owns Zoom Casa, and Apex Concierge is what he designed for Berkshire Hathaway. So he is phenomenal, because whatever we've asked him to do, he moves mountains to make it happen. And that kind of customer service is nice to have on your team. Okay. Let's come over here. Of course, Maria is going to be hopping on in just a minute. She told me, in fact, let me text her real quick while we're on the phone. Let's go here. Yeah. Okay, so let's just keep moving here. Let's talk about the calendar for a second. I'm having some challenges with the Google Calendar, and what I discovered is when I have to remove people from the calendar, whether I've gone through and have moved some agents into the referral program. I've had to terminate a couple agents recently, and I've gone in and I tried to delete them from the share, and I'm not able to do that for some reason. So, and I tried for days. I've been trying, and I'll have to look at it. Maybe if someone's a Google Calendar expert, we can sit down. And so what I did is I had to go and unshare the BHHS Indian Wells calendar for now until I figure out what I'm doing wrong. But in the meantime, you can go to the VAC calendar for everything that's coming up. And I'm going to show you one more time because I know, let's go back here. Let's go back here. Okay, so you're in the VAC. If you click on calendar right here, this is this week's calendar. These are the things coming up. So here's our office meeting. If you for whatever reason you didn't have the link that I emailed you, if you click here and look at right here, here's the location. Up there. And if I right click, it says go to, and I could just click right on that and it'll bring me right to the meeting. Okay, this afternoon we have Rick Berube. He's starting his real estate success. It's the Reader's Digest version. It's 1 to 4 today, tomorrow, and Thursday. But I got to tell you guys, every time he does these, and so many times I hear, well, yeah, I've sat through that. But each time he brings in stuff that, that he learned over the last month, some of the objections, what's going on with appraisals, how to overcome some of this stuff. And what I always say is when you're talking with coaches, there's so many coaches out there. We all know that. But it's like a big smorgasbord. So you're going to take a piece from this one. You're going to take a piece from this one. You're going to take a piece from this one, right? And then you're going to make it your own. You're going to develop it into your style so that you feel comfortable. But it's nice to have that base, that frame of reference, what you should say, how you should say it, your body language while you're saying it is so important when you're dealing with people. So to hit those seminars today, if you click right on the link here, look, you're just going to go highlight, right click, and go to the Google Meet here. So you'd never have to worry about how I need to do it. Facebook right here, here's Facebook Live, et cetera, et cetera. So some good things for you that I wanted to show you how to do. Okay, going back to here. Let's go right here. This is on March 2nd, Tuesday. Mike Ferry, of course, I forget the guy's name who actually is doing the seminar. He's a local guy. He's actually from Apple Valley, but Rick Berube was speaking very highly of him. He's got a phenomenal listing presentation. So if you want to pop in and just get some more ideas, you can never be perfect in this business. We're always evolving. So the Mike Ferry organization, Strengthening Your Listing Presentation, is coming up Tuesday, March 2nd at 1. So mark your calendars for that. Let's talk about convention is coming up next month, March 21 to 23rd. And we're going to probably have a really cool watch party here in the office on Monday and Tuesday, not Sunday. But if you wanted to participate on your own, all registrations are due by March 8th. So if you're thinking, well, I was thinking about going, the answer is absolutely you should go. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of learning. You really get that feel of the company and who's doing what, and the energy is just phenomenal. So to sign up, you just click on this link right here and sign up. And let me see if I can get, I don't know if I can, oh, you know what I need to do? I need to do this. Here. Oops. No, I was worried about that. Yeah, this thing. Sorry about that. Link's not working. It was Chris Stewart, CEO of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. You should have gotten an email with it. He's giving little plugs about what you can expect. There's some really cool announcements being made that you don't want to miss out on. But in any event, go in and register here. If the link doesn't work for you, it's super simple. You're going to the Resource Center. At the top, you can just click on convention and the registration links and everything will pop up. So I hope you join us. And if you know of somebody that is an agent out there that you think might be a good fit for the company, let me know. We'll invite them and they can join us too, because it really will give you a good feel of what's going on at Berkshire Hathaway. Okay, I'm not sure where Maria is. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a minute so I can see all your faces. Hi, everyone. It's good to see you. Okay. She's not on here yet, is she? Maria. Hello. Okay, well, she might be tied up. So I'm just let me give you the phone number here in the chat real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna put it right here. HHS leads is 646-679-7896. There we go. Okay, so Eric, I see you've logged on. Hi, it's good to see you. Eric Wolf, Axia Home Loans.
Good morning, Gina. Can you hear me?
I can.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. So mortgage rates continue to be historically low, even though we've seen some upward pressure on rates the past few weeks. The concerns affecting the rates have been expected future inflation and the increased supply of bonds by the U.S. Treasury because of the government spending and government stimulus programs. So the Fed's meeting today, and they'll release an announcement today regarding their monetary policy and if there's going to be any changes to that policy. The last few weeks, I've been getting a lot of questions on condominiums, specifically what is a warrantable condo and what is a non-warrantable condo. So warrantable condos simply mean that is a condominium that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac will do a conventional traditional loan on. A non-warrantable condo simply means that Fannie and Freddie will not lend on that property. Typically what we see here in our market, that the 4 top reasons why a condo is not warrantable by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac are the fact that less than half of the units are owner occupied, meaning most of them are investment properties. An individual or a company owns more than 10% of the units within that complex. More than 25% of the units are delinquent on HOA fees. Or there's pending litigation. And litigation needs to be looked at case by case because some litigation will not prevent a condominium from being warranted by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. So if a condo is non-warrantable at Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, doesn't mean you cannot get a loan on it. It just means you can't get a Fannie Freddie loan on it. There are other lenders out there that will do non-traditional loans on non-warrantable condos. But typically those programs are going to require about 30% down. So you need to expect a larger down payment on those type of properties. I've got a more comprehensive list of warrantable and non-warrantable condos that I'll send to Gina to forward out to everyone. One other thing, our industry, the lending industry is transitioning from wet signing of the final loan document package with escrows notaries. We're currently in a hybrid status, meaning that basically half of the documents can be e-signed by our clients, and then half have to be wet signed with the notary still. But over the course of the next couple of months, we should be to a point where the final loan document package can all be e-signed. So that's transitioning as we speak, and we should be completely e-signed within a month or two.
So Eric, is that across the board or is that just Axia?
Well, so we seem to be on kind of the leading edge of that curve. I've talked to several escrow companies, and yeah, not all of the lenders have embraced that yet. There's some other changes going through the lending industry right now. There's a new loan application, a new 1003 that went live yesterday. So a lot of companies are digesting that. We started the hybrid process about a month ago, and we expect to be completely signed, like I said, within 2 months. But you'll see all the lenders adopting that over the course of the next couple months or so. Yeah.
Interesting. Thank you.
Thank you.
And is your backdrop in honor of Mars?
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're now lending on Mars. So if you have any clients there, yeah, we're doing loans.
To buy an acre up there.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Thank you, Gina.
Thanks, Eric. Appreciate you. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure what's happened. Maria has this presentation she wanted to do and give you an update on everything. She was going to log in about 9:45, so I'll have to double check with her and see what's going on. In the meantime, do you guys have any questions? What are you experiencing out there? Anything crazy that we should probably talk about as a group.
Lee, this is Ellen.
Hi, Ellen.
Is that, that form that, on the seller's property, you know, finding a property replacement, is that a new form from CAR?
Actually, it came out in 2007, well, it was revised last in 2017.
Oh, never
But
heard of it.
yeah, no, but you know, here's the thing, in the past, we haven't had to really utilize it much, because inventory was a plenty.
Yeah,
So
true.
whatever seller wanted, they could just go out and find another home, and it was never an issue. Now it's dog eat dog, and it's not even just in the, you know, $300,000 to $500,000 range. We've got multiple offers going in the $2 million range. So
Yeah,
it's, you know, the market is just something.
yeah, we've only got about 20 homes for sale here in Sun City out of 5,000.
Crazy.
It's amazing.
And I know Tom just got a listing the other day, and I think in the first several hours, he had 5 offers. In the
Yep.
first several hours.
Yep.
So, I mean, yeah, that, so if we can jump in and get that stuff into buy side first, before it hits the MLS, maybe we can give each other a chance to actually,
Yeah.
you know, have our buyers take first dibs at it. That would be a good thing.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So does that mean we should put listings in the buy side before putting them in? Is that what you're trying to
Yes.
say? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, to clarify, when you take a listing, when you come back to the office or when you go to your home office, immediately just scan it. Obviously, you're gonna get it into SkySlope right away, so we can start taking care of that end of it. But then you wanna go into buy side and just put it as a coming soon, whether it's got an SELM or a coming soon, or whether it's gonna go in 24 hours. At least we can give our folks a 24-hour heads up before it does that. Okay, what other questions, comments do you have right now? Nothing? Everybody's doing well? You're all out there working and farming? Yes, I see those nods. Okay, well, that's all I have. I don't know, we can hang out here for a few minutes and just chat. If you have to go, I'm gonna let you go. I'm really worried about Maria. I hope she's okay, but I have a feeling she probably got tied up on something, so, there you have it. Questions? Want to do the comment?
Gina, is there a cost to the convention in March?
It's free. Yes, normally, that's a good question, Derek. It's normally like $400 to go to this thing. So, and it's well worth every penny. I went to Nashville last year. It was phenomenal. This year, it's free. Now, I did see yesterday, you know, because we had John Legend is performing at for the Sunshine Kids. Last year we had Lady Annabella. I forget, the year before was oh, what's her name? Christina Aguilera, I think. In any event, what they're doing for the Sunshine Kids is, since the whole convention is free, you will be able to log in for John Legend. But the cool thing is, it's like an after party where you can log in on a Zoom thing like this and have a Q&A with them. But it's $30 donation to the Sunshine Kids. For those of you who do not know what that is, that's children with cancer. So it's a very worthwhile cause. If you want to join in on that, that's $30. Everything else is absolutely free. They have university breakout sessions. I don't know if you've heard of Alan Dalton. Of course you have, because we played him here.
Yeah.
But he's phenomenal. He does these sessions. Chris Stewart does these sessions. Gino Bulfari, who is, the president of Berkshire Hathaway, does these sessions. I mean, there's all these things that are going on. So much to learn. They have a whole vendor section where you can reach out, meet some of these vendors that are sending you stuff all the time. So, yeah, no, it's a really cool thing.
And you'll have it on in the office on the Monday and Tuesday. You'll have it on in the office the whole time.
Yes, I will be
Okay.
having it on in the office. The only difference is you'll have to watch the breakout sessions that I want to go to. And there's so many of them, you might want to go to your own, so it's up to you, but I definitely recommend it, just register. It doesn't mean, it doesn't cost anything. And that way you have your own link, so if you want to just hop on anytime, you certainly can. Awards are given not just for agents, but for offices who've achieved certain things, so that's a really cool thing. So Mark Stark, he last year got the #1 franchise in the United States. So, I mean, that was pretty exciting to have that. So there's lots of celebrating and lots of success and lots of learning. So I highly recommend it. Lance, I see your hands up.
Yeah, in regard to the seller contingency to find replacement property, it occurred to me that if you're taking a listing on an owner occupied property, that you ask them, you have someplace to go, and if they say yes, then you write into the listing agreement, seller does not require a contingency to find a replacement property. That way, if for some reason their plans fall through, they can't come back and blame you for not, countering in a contingency.
Lance, that's a really great point. Thank you so much for bringing that up. You're right. Because, we're always their best friends until something happens. And then they forget how much they love us. So that's excellent advice. Just put it right in the contract, in the listing agreement, that it's either going to be contingent or seller says it is not going to be contingent. So good advice, Lance. Thank you. Okay, any other questions? And it was Gwen Stefani. That's what it was. Thank you, Espy. All right. Yeah, great entertainment. Any other questions, comments? I think then with that, we're just going to end this, and I will reschedule Maria. I apologize to you, but we'll get her on the books and rescheduled. And so just so you know, I'm here if you have any questions or need anything. And let's get out there. I need just a few more listings for the week, so let's make that happen. And have a great week. I'm here for you. Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye. Have a good week.
Bye, Gina.